My son and I were at the park. The grass was still damp beneath the swings when he dropped his toy truck. It landed with a hollow thud. Then his small fingers clutched my leg, tight. Shaking, "Daddy, we have to leave, right now!" The urgency in his voice cut deeper than the autumn chill. I followed his gaze, expecting a stray dog, maybe a fight near the benches. Instead, his trembling hand pointed toward the ice cream truck idling at the far end of the path. White paint, cartoon decals, music box tones drifting lazily. But it wasn't the truck that froze me. It was the figure behind it, half-shadowed, watching. And in that split second, I felt the entire weight of my world shift. My son pressed his face against my leg, whispering again, "Please, Daddy." I forced myself to stand still, to not betray the storm tightening in my chest. My eyes locked on the silhouette. Familiar. Too familiar. And then, it happened. The figure moved into the light. A tilt of the head, a smile, casual, practiced, and I knew. The lie I had buried for months had just clawed its way to the surface. It started weeks ago. Little fractures I had chosen to ignore. A late-night call she silenced too quickly. A perfume scent that didn't belong to her. A picture half hidden on her phone before the screen went dark. I told myself it was nothing. That suspicion was poison, and I was strong enough not to drink it. But the man by the truck, he was the face from that blurred photograph, the one I never admitted to seeing. And he was looking at my son. My stomach twisted as the pieces fit together, silently, cruelly. This wasn't just infidelity, it was worse. This was intrusion, a double life bleeding into mine. I wanted to scoop my boy up and run, but instead, I knelt, steadying my voice. "It's okay, buddy. Let's go home." Inside, denial clawed at me. Maybe it was coincidence. Maybe he wasn't who I thought. But my son had recognized him. Children don't carry adult filters. They see truth, raw and uncluttered. And he had begged me to leave. That night, I lay beside her, listening to her breathing in the dark. My hand rested inches from her shoulder. I thought of asking. I thought of rage. Instead, I closed my eyes. Because if I was right, questions wouldn't save me. Evidence would. The next days became calculation, cold, methodical. While she packed lunches, I checked the call logs. Unfamiliar numbers tucked between ordinary ones. Midnight timestamps. While she showered, I slid the phone from her bag. A photo, deleted but not gone. His reflection in a cafe window, faint but undeniable. I told myself to breathe, to wait. At the clinic, I signed the forms with a hand that didn't tremble. A cotton swab pressed to my son's cheek, another to mine. The nurse smiled, oblivious. Paternity confirmation, results in 5 days. I nodded, as if it were routine. But every hour after that was a silent interrogation. Her laughter at a text she wouldn't show me. Her excuses, traffic, deadlines, friends I'd never met. Her touch, practiced, almost mechanical, like she was following a script. I played along, smiling, eating dinner, tucking my son into bed. But behind the calm surface, I was dismantling the life she thought she controlled. I didn't confront. I observed. I recorded. I waited. Because the most powerful weapon isn't anger. It's truth, sharpened and delivered without warning. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday morning, thin, clinical. I opened it at the kitchen table while she hummed upstairs. The words were simple, no embellishment, just numbers and percentages that carved through my chest with surgical precision. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. I sat still, silent, my pulse steady, my hands calm. Not mine. My son, my boy who clung to me at the park, wasn't mine. I folded the paper neatly, slid it back into the envelope, and placed it on the counter. When she came down, coffee cup in hand, she saw it, paused. "What's this?" Her voice was light, but her eyes betrayed the tremble. I met her gaze. Cold, steady. "Why don't you open it?" She hesitated, then tore it open. Her face drained of color. Her lips parted, searching for words that would never come. I didn't move. I didn't rage. I just watched. The silence pressed on her like a weight, until she collapsed into the chair, clutching the paper. "I know," I said finally. My voice was level, almost detached. Her eyes snapped up, wide, pleading. "It's not what you think." I raised a hand. "Not to strike, just to stop the performance. I've known longer than you imagine. The late nights, the numbers, the man at the park." She flinched, a sharp intake of breath. She hadn't realized I'd seen him. "I stayed quiet," I continued, "because I wanted the truth in black and white, not excuses, not lies." Tears streaked her cheeks, her words tangled, desperate. "Please, he doesn't mean anything. You're still—" Enough. The word cut through her like glass. I leaned closer, lowering my voice until it was colder than any scream. "You played me. You built a life on deception, and you thought I wouldn't see." I stood, walked past her, and placed the envelope on the table beside her trembling hands. "That's yours now. Live with it." She reached for me, but I stepped back. Her collapse wasn't explosive, it was quiet, suffocating. The kind of despair that comes when the mask is ripped away and there's no more script to follow. I left her there. Outside, the evening air was sharp, clean. My son waited in the car, his toy truck on his lap. He looked up at me, searching my face. I smiled, not wide, not forced, just enough. "Ready to go, buddy?" He nodded, gripping the truck. As I drove, the house grew smaller in the mirror, a place of betrayal, shrinking into nothing. I felt no pity, no sorrow, only clarity. Some truths destroy, yes, but they also liberate. I glanced at my boy. Mine or not, he had chosen me. He had clung to my leg in fear, not hers. And that was enough. I whispered the last thought to myself, calm, final. The blood may lie, but love does not.